Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review. It's raining. We need a bit of rain to be fair, so it's all good. So, one of the only supermarket beers that I actually have. The rest are, you know, not supermarket beers, shall we say. Although I've just seen one that is, so that's all good. So this is Pollys and it's Floret Extra Pale Ale, 4.2%. I am actually going to Prestatyn and Mould in that area. So we are hoping, and I am bloody hoping, to get my backside over to Pollys and hopefully go and check out the brewery, I don't suppose they've even heard of a Raggy's Beer Reviews anyway. It's be surprised the amount of times you walk into somewhere. Sometimes you'll get a little look, and that's well, most of the time, you just... you're just a normal member of the public, which I'm good with anyway. I did walk into a pub the other day, and somebody looked at me straight away. You wonder, and then all of a sudden, this lady came over and says, "I've just been on your page. I know you're here because you've got my husband in the background." I took a picture outside the application table, and it's her husband. So she obviously knew it was me. Guaranteed knew it was me because it's actually me, my little head, in the picture. I try not to, try not to get much of the bold grey head in the picture. So a hazy, yellowy orange, hazy pour with a white head. Fantastic pour as always. Absolutely the king of bloody pourers. No messing about. Top quality pour. Good bit of sporadic carbonation going off. It doesn't say anything on the can about what it is. It does say what? Azacca, Citra and Simcoe. So good hops. And it's amazing how beers vary with the hops used, because in some beers where they chuck a lot in, it's very hazy, very orangey. It just massively depends, which is why drinking beer is a good thing to do. It's a good exploration. And as long as you don't drink too much and can't sleep because you've had too much to drink and have a crap night's sleep, like I did last night, I had this weirdest dream. And I couldn't get this blooming dream out of my head, and it felt real. And I'm laying there stressing because of the dream. And then I get up for a wee, and gotta be honest, I had a little bit of wind last night, and I should have gone downstairs and just let rip, and then gone back upstairs. That would have been the best way than sitting there trying to hold it in, which also stops me from sleeping. I blame my homebrew, and predominantly I blame the lactose. Anything with lactose, because it seems when I drink the impies or the milks, anything with lactose in, it is very, helps you go to the toilet and very windy the next day. Not that you need to know that, but I'm definitely going to steer clear of lactose in future. Obviously drinking too much of it, although I've got a fair few bottles to get rid of still, so I may still need to crack on with it, you know what I mean? You smell what the rag's cooking. Definitely getting grapefruit and pineapple all of a sudden just then, so God knows where that came from. That is tasting lovely. Let me just unplug this laptop. That's better. Don't want to come down the shed and see my shed burnt down because I've left the laptop plugged in. So Raggy's Beer Reviews is going up there literally October the 20th. October the 20th. I miss the beer festival in Newark, the champion beer of Britain judging. I'm gutted because I got free tickets as well. 2 free kits. I applied, obviously, and they were well happy. And if it happens again next year, hopefully I won't be going on holiday on exactly the same flipping week. But obviously use the channel to promote it, because it is literally across the road from my workplace. Technically we're rivals, but is there such a thing as rivals? Because a lot of the time like with pubs, well, a good pub is a magnet. Another pub opens up in that area. Half the time, it's not to the detriment of that pub. It actually brings more people in. And pubs, I speak to pub owners all the time. And they say they want more pubs because it brings more people in. It's more of a reason to go to a certain area to have a drink. It's like me in Arnold. There are many, many pubs, mind you. But there are a lot of lager pubs. I don't want to go in the lager pubs because, especially near where I live, you get a certain element in there. They're not all bad, obviously, but you do get a certain element. Whereas the real ale pubs, they don't have bouncers. It tells you everything. It tells you everything you ever need to know. You don't get any trouble. Beer is probably generally a little bit more expensive. They do have lager in these pubs, but they don't advertise the fact. Lincoln Green actually are very good at that. They do not advertise. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going to checking out Pollys. Hopefully they've got a brewery shop. And I might even, I must actually follow them on Facebook. I don't think I do actually. And ask them if they've got a brewery shop, just out of curiosity, because we're coming up. I know Mould Ale House has their beers on quite a bit on keg. Good range of beer, craft and keg, cask and keg. Not sure how many other decent bars there are around there that do good cask and keg. Predominantly in the evening we'll crash into somebody's van anyway, so we'll be looking in the supermarkets of Wales, in North Wales, to see what's around, if we can get Welsh beer, because obviously we're coming back to Nottingham. I'm in another area, a new area for us, you know, and I want to bring back, probably not as much as I did from Dorset where I bought back 200 quid's worth, but I do want to bring back a good 100 quid's worth of beers, and you know, from breweries up there, get them back here. If they are supermarket beers, then that's all right, because I can get them for cheaper. If you live there, you're getting them for cheaper. If you live anywhere else in the country, you'll have to go straight to the brewery for obvious reasons. But it all funds the breweries, so you know, on the doorstep it funds them. A little bit less than what it would if you went direct, but you know, do want to go that way. So here we go. The rest is in there, so it's a bit more hazier now. Look at that, quite a bit more hazier now. Looks proper, that does now. Always best to pour the rest in once it settles, obviously. If you pour a big head, then you'll have to let it settle. And again, a lovely hoppy tropical nose. Quite a nice intense mouthfeel at the beginning. Really invites you in. Only 4.2%. Got this, I think, from Morrison's, if I'm being 100%. Oh, I'm looking forward to some time off as well. It's been a long summer. I need to learn to chill out more. I do. And I need to royally ignore. And, you know, I'll get there at some stage, I'm sure I will. Oh, it's funny, you know, because when I chuck myself into my work and don't think about anything, I have the best day ever. Because I'm ignoring everything else around me. I just crack on and enjoy. And yeah, they're the best days. The good thing is, obviously, summer, for what part of summer we bloody had, will soon be coming to some sort of end. Although I think September now is the new June. You know, it used to be June, July, August, summer. I don't think so anymore. I think June is part of blooming spring. And I think and can't be the only one who feels this, that the seasons have changed literally in front of our eyes. And July was the proper start of summer. August, yes. September, yes. October, still quite warm in October. November, even though, still quite decent. December, obviously, starts to go downhill. And I personally think January, February and March is actually winter now. In the UK especially in Nottingham at least. It may be different in different parts of the UK. Obviously, go to Scotland, it's winter 7 months of the year up there. But and in Ireland, it's always raining. I'm not sure about Wales. I think it probably rains a lot in Wales as well. But and then down south, it's warmer. But from the climate, I'm learning this year that there's things I need to do and to put into place. And don't be too quick to go and sow a load of seeds because it's too frigging cold anyway. Wait a little bit, then sow them. And I've got plans, hopes and aspirations, as you do. And yeah, I'll put them into practice this year, this winter, autumn and winter. Over the winter period, replanting, splitting the rhubarb a bit more and all that. You know, I've got some amazing plans for work. As for home brewing, I think I'm going to lay off the home brew. And I think I'm going to downgrade. I say this, it's not always as easy as it sounds. Because sometimes you really fancy a beer, don't you? You know, sometimes when you've had a bit of a stressful day, you just fancy a beer. I do wonder if I ought to brew some wine. Again, wine's dangerous because you can drink wine and yeah, get very, very drunk as well. So yeah, I don't know. I always wonder about packing it in all together, the whole lot. You know, just packing in drinking all together. But yeah, it's funny because my wife's auntie, she turned around to me and said, "Bloody hell, I remember a time when you didn't drink at all." And yeah, there was. I just did not drink. Many years, literally about 3 times a year I'd drink. It's funny, isn't it, how things change in the world. And I still suffered with anxiety and stress and that then. So, you know. Anyway, very enjoyable. Nice tropical beer. On a 4 for 3 in Morrison's. I think it's Morrison's anyway. I may well be wrong. Hoping to see Pollys and get some beer from Pollys when I go up. Would I drink this again? Yeah, a nice, easy drinking with a good burst of tropical flavours, you know. For a supermarket beer, delivers. Yeah. At 5 for me, if we're going to give it a score, a 4.2 out of 5. Scores really are so subjective. Even I'm taking no notice. Thank you for watching.